Hello, I'm Dennis O'Donnell, Vice President of Precision PCB Services, Inc. And I'm here today to show you a demo on some BGA rework using the Shuttle Star BGA Rework Stations. So thank you for joining, and thank you for those who are tuning in to watch later. Our company, we provide products, services, training for the assembly, rework, and repair of printed circuit boards. We specialize in BGA Rework Services, consulting services, process consulting, and employee training. So one of the things we do is we'll go into companies that are starting their own BGA Rework process or BGA Rework setup, and we'll take in the machines, all the equipment they need, mini refill ovens, BGA reballing fixtures, the flux. Pretty much we set them up with everything that we've been using here for 15 years that gives us a very high yield. And we install the equipment, train their employees, and when they leave, they have a pretty high yield process. Takes us about 5 hours to set up and train you. So it's a real easy machine to use and a very short training time for the operators. So we've had real good results. We just installed our third machine at Marble Semiconductor in Santa Clara yesterday. They're very happy with our equipment. The employees are able to be trained to go fast, and they're already looking at the fourth machine. So because the machines are so affordable, if you're a company that would like one or more machines, our machines are also very affordable. But I'm just going to show you today, this is one of our first machines that we ever purchased about 5 years ago. This is the Shuttle Star SB550, and this is pretty much our workhorse. We use this daily, day in, day out. We use some other machines, but this one, like I say, this is what we put most of our boards on. It's a great machine. Today I have a board. It's about 0.130 thick, and we're doing about an 1800 IO Altera chip. And this is the chip we're going to be doing here. This chip was just reballed in one of our universal reballing fixtures. Actually, let me correct on that. This is one of our custom reballing fixtures. So we have custom reballing fixtures. You can do on smaller chips, you can do 9 chips at a time. On larger chips, you do 1 chip at a time. But these fixtures are designed to go onto the component, and they hold the solder balls in place. So this whole fixture will go through the refill oven. It holds the solder balls in place so they don't go off center. Gives us 100% yield on BGA reballing. You can see our other videos on that. If you look around through our site, we should have a demo video on our custom reball fixtures. So if you're into high volume reballing, you want to do 100, 200, 300 chips a day or more, then these fixtures are great for that. But without further ado, let's get into this Shuttle Star SB550 BGA Rework Station. We're going to have a 0.120 thick board, 1800 IO chip. So rework stations, they come up with pickup tubes to pick up the component. And so right here we have about a 1/2 inch diameter pickup tube for large components. And then we have a small 0.22 millimeter, there you go, pickup tube. And this will go down to as small as 0.1, 0.05 capacitors and resistors. So we can get down to basically about 0.22 millimeter diameter. And that's pretty small. But it's pretty simple. Just put your pickup tube right in here. Some of those screws will screw in, some of them have a compression fitting, but you just put the pickup tube there. And the next thing we're going to want to do is we want to select a nozzle. For this chip, I don't have a lot of area, keep our area, so we're using a size 48 nozzle. Just slide that in there. All the newer machines are magnetic nozzles, so they just magnetically stay in place. Just to show you, we have a large array of nozzles we can get for these machines. We can get really large nozzles. This is the 60 millimeter. We can get nozzles designed pretty much in any shape. So this is for a nozzle we use for the Samtec surface mount connectors. We have other nozzle. This is a nozzle, what is this, 7 millimeter. I'm getting them down to 2 millimeter. opening. And then we can also get some more rectangular nozzles for connectors and what have you. Give you a little feedback on our competitors. You know, when you're buying a machine, of course you want something that's easy to use, affordable, it's going to last a long time. We just installed a machine at one of our clients the other day, and another department decided to buy one of our competitors' machines. And it's been, I think, a month or two now. They're still waiting for the machine. We have our machines in stock. When they're out of stock, it takes about a week to get one in, so we're pretty fast. But usually we try and keep at least two machines, two different models in stock, so we can do pretty much immediate delivery. Our nozzles, you know, we can get them, if we don't have them in stock, we have them within a week. They're $100 each, no matter what size or shape. You know, you look at our competitors, their nozzles are probably in the range of 300 plus per nozzle. So let's say about the parts, accessories for these machines. You pretty much have stock to 1 week delivery. When you're looking at our competitors, the prices are, you know, a fraction of the cost for parts of these machines or accessories. Parts-wise, like I said, the machines pretty much run. I haven't had any issues with them. They're great machines, so we really don't have to worry about parts that much. So I'm going to get ahead. We're going to start. I'm going to install the BGA today. I've already fluxed the board. For the lead-free components, we use a mildly active tacky flux. This is so it looks like it's a brown flux paste. We just put a light coated on the board. I've already coated the board for speed. So you can see this board is rather thick. It's a good sized board. You have some supports here. You can get the minor board, which we have supports to hold the board up in the center. They're adjustable supports. So we go and pull out our vision system. I just centered my circuit board in the nozzle on the screen here. A little hard to see with the video, but you can probably see just enough. We're not a high-tech video today. We're just broadcasting from our laptop computer. It's pretty cool. We can just take this anywhere we go and do live broadcast. So we'll just clamp this down. It's in place and pretty much almost ready to go. So. I got our chip here, and a little bit of external flux to protect the balls and the upper connections when it reflows. Look at pin 1. I'm just going to place the chip on the board. Now these machines, the Shuttle SB550 and the SB560, they have a manual moving vision system. We do have machines that are fully robotic. That's the SB560A. They're really nice machines too. They come with a little more features. For these larger chips, when I'm getting into a chip that's 40 millimeter or above, I like the manual because it allows me to move around and get a true vision of all 4 corners of the chip. And I'll show you when I'm lining that up. You can do that with the mechanical, but then you have to manually do the manual override. It's just a little more trouble, a little more time consuming. So these machines were about $5,000 less than the top unit. The manual, I prefer it. And like I said, the manual, I've been using this for about 5 years. But if you like the robotics does have a place for this. When you're doing repetitive tasks, high-speed BGA, maybe you want to try and do, you know, 20 or 30 boards a day or 20 or 30 chips a day or more. So the robotics is nice because if it's the same board, same chip over and over, it's a lot faster. But I'm just going to go in here and we're going to line our chip up. So I'm basically almost aligned. We have 2 color lights. We can adjust the light levels here. Right now I'm adjusting my nozzle is in blue. My nozzle on the pickup tube. And my board and component is in yellow. So I can see my nozzle outline. I'm just going to go here in the corner and I have a micrometer adjust. I'm just going to go and adjust it so it's centered inside the nozzle. We have a camera here. I can zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. So the machine is self-contained. It has its own internal air, its own internal vacuum. It's PLC controlled, which is programmable logic controller, which means it's got a small mini computer, runs on solid-state relays, and everything is controlled from the touch-tone screen pad. And it's as simple as doing a text on your cell phone. It works pretty much just like your cell phone. You just touch it, and whatever you want to do, you bring up. You got big fingers like me. It has the mouse option, and the other machines come with a large stylus like your cell phone. But it's pretty much just like your cell phone touch-tone screen to program and operate this machine. We'll get into that right now. So my board's in place. It's centered. I have my supports adjusted. This machine has a bottom hot air underneath the component, and a top hot air that's going to do the majority of our work. It has an infrared perimeter, and the infrared perimeter will heat up the rest of our board. We want to bring it up to about 150 to 180 C, so the board's nice and hot. You get a good reflow, doesn't warp. So basically, what I'm going to do is pick up my component. I'm going to go here to the pickup mode, and I'm just going to press pick up. And we're going to let it go down and pick up our component. Once it's picked up the component, I can open up the visual system. I'm going to open up my camera again. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit close up to the center of the chip. This works just like a microscope. I'm going to focus my circuit board. I've got my BGA pads, my circuit boards are focused, and I'm going to focus the chip. So now I focus my solder balls so I can line them up to the pads. I have a micrometer adjuster. I'm going to go to the top center and line up the balls on the top. I'm going to go to the bottom center. I'm going to line up my theta. What I'll do is I'll repeat this process until it's lined up straight up and down. Okay, so I'm straight up and down. I'm going to line the balls with the pad. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but if the pads are gold, the balls are blue, so when it's centered, you'll see a little bit of gold with a little blue halo around the gold, so you know you're on center. Once I'm centered, I'm just going to go and check my corners, my edges, make sure that we're not off centering a little bit. The true vision, especially when you zoom in, is at the center of the screen, so you want to have what you're looking at the center, because the more you zoom in, the curve of the camera goes a little offset, so you want to have it right in the center. I'm just going to go down here. That's good. Go across, it looks good. Again, I can just zoom out of it. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that we're lined up. Okay, so I'm going to place my component. I just press the solder. My Turn on my light here, make sure it goes down even there. Recenter my. We can manually adjust our height to make sure that we have a little bit of space between the chip and the pickup chip. And I'm going to make sure the components are center here. Okay, so we're going to watch our profile flow here. I've got the component placed, lined up, placed, it's centered in the nozzle, adjusted my height so the pickup tube is about 2 millimeters, the gap between the pickup tube and the chip. While this is running, I can go to my screen here. So this unit is just like a reflow oven. It has an 8-zone profile. Has heat for the top, bottom, perimeter heaters. We can control our speed and temperatures at the top and bottom. And like I said, you can control our perimeter temperatures to preheat the board. While it's running, it gives you an actual graph, just like a regular reflow machine. After we run the profile, we can copy the graph to a USB stick if we want to keep our profiles on file. If we need to send anything to our customers or for quality, we can keep all our profiles of the boards we run in graph form in a file on the computer. Other things that we have, which tells us what our heaters are wrapping to what percentage of the power our heaters are using as a diagnostic, so you can tell if your heaters are deteriorated or not. Like I said, this machine's 5 years old. We haven't had any issues. The heaters are pretty strong and have held up. So the average profile, it runs about 7 minutes. And so while we're letting that profile run, just to look around here, we've got a small shop, and like I said, we have some machines in the back over here. I have the SD560, and I have the SD560A, and those are new machines. We just finished calibrating them and testing them out, and those are ready to ship out as soon as we get a customer for them. So we just sold one yesterday, and we hope to get 2 more sold before the end of the year, and then we'll be ready to start the new year with the new models coming in 2016. Again, I'll tell you a little bit about the different models. The SD550, it's your base machine. It has pretty much standard everything. It's got a standard resolution monitor, standard resolution keypad, and I'd say it's probably good for almost all components. You wouldn't take it down to I'd say to a chip scale package. So when you start getting into 1 millimeter packages, you have the SD560, which has the high resolution HDMI monitor, and that'll place down to 0.0105 chips. It's got a high resolution monitor, so you get that nice look. And then if you go to the SD560A machine, that one is the full auto robotic vision system, and then that machine has a larger monitor, has a larger keypad. So if you're the type of person that likes the bigger stuff, if you're using the large iPad or a notebook instead of your cell phone, then you might want the larger keypad in. But and the larger monitors are nice, but the resolution of the SD560 and the SD560A, they both use the same HDMI high resolution cameras and monitors. So you'll get that same, down to 0.22 millimeter size component component placement, basically. This particular board is a rather heavy board. It's a thick board, has a lot of copper. It's a big chip. We're going to my perimeter set here. And so this board, we're running 5 zones. We're using pretty high perimeter heat, and we've done bigger boards, but this board has a lot of copper, a lot of ground, a lot of copper. So this is one of the boards that takes probably one of our clients that uses the most heat. So we're using a lot of zones. Most boards, we're only running like 3 or 4 zones are fine. With this board, we're having to use 6 zones. I've never run a board on this machine. We've run to 7 and 8 zones. I've done up to 35 layer boards. I haven't done the 35 layers on this. I've done the 35 layer on the SV560. Again, if you look at the 35 layer boards, I mentioned it, but the SV560 and SV560A, they have a much hotter perimeter heater. It's got a diffuser that spreads the heat out more evenly. So if you get into really big boards, then you probably want to go with the 568 minimum because it's got a better preheater. So you have really thick boards, you want a good preheater to help you do a lot of the work. Right now we're getting into zones here. And this one is one of our longer profiles. So we're only in zone 2. We're going to watch when it reflows, make sure it reflows right. What else can I tell you about this? We pretty much do employee training. We like to help people out, so we're available online via Skype, via these Google broadcasts. You can text message us, you can call us pretty much any time. If you have any questions, you can type them in the video screen here after this recorded and upload. Feel free to type your questions in, and we'll get back to you on Google Plus here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be demoing the SV560A with the fully automated robotic vision system that we spoke about. And I'm going to be comparing that to the SRT 1000, similar to the 1100 and 1100 HRs. We have an SRT in stock here for sale for those of you that prefer the older technology and prefer a 800-pound machine over a 200-pound machine. We still have some used SRTs that we resell. We also do service, maintenance, and training for the SRT and the BGA electronic BGA Rework Stations. So if you need any employee training, service, repair, calibration for SRT and BGA electronics, give me a call. I'll be happy to come out and service your machine. The SRTs, I don't knock them. They're a great machine. They last a long time. But with the newer technologies now, I really like these shuttle stars. They're just more self-contained, they're lighter, a lot easier to use, a lot more updated programming. Most of the stuff nowadays, if you see a machine that's, when you're evaluating BGA Rework Stations, if you see a BGA Rework Station that's using a computer, a PC, that's outdated technology. Your computers nowadays, whether they last 3-4 years, if you're lucky, 5 years. So once those computers fail, if they're not under warranty, then these companies are going to charge you an arm and a leg for a new computer, new machine cards, new updates. Whereas the new technology nowadays, like I say, it should be just like your cell phone. I shouldn't have a large computer. I shouldn't have a camera attached to a microscope. I should have an internal high-resolution camera just like your cell phone has. These machines are really updated technology. When you start looking at some of the competitors' machines, and you start saying, well, why would I want to mount, would I mount a microscope to my cell phone camera to get a zoom? No, I would expect my cell phone camera has a high-tech built-in zoom, and we don't have these extra added things to increase our cost to the system. So while I'm talking here, let's see where we're at. We are in zone 4. Almost done counting down, so I'm going to get over here, and I just want to take a look and see if I can watch my solder balls leak well. I get more comfortable and just pull up a chair. That's good. We've got a complete reflow, and I've got it timed out to hold about 50 seconds more. So I want to get with these boards, because there's so much ground, I want to make sure we get a good liquidus across the chip. So I'm going to let it go for 50 more seconds. What am I forgetting? Oh, so what we have here is they have a little light. We can put the light on the side of the board, and we can watch the chip when it reflows. I've been doing it this way for 15 years. I use the light or flashlight. But for those of you with a bad back and you can't bend over and look, the machines do come equipped with a side camera feature. So if you want to have a side camera feature where you can watch the solid balls reflow on the screen, that is available. I had one request yesterday from somebody who would like that. Most people don't get them; they're just an added expense. I'd say you can see pretty much what's going on with a pair of reading glasses that I'm wearing. I hope you like the color; they match my smock. But anyway, just simply, if you want a side camera to watch the solid balls reflow, you can order those with the machine. Just specify it when you order it. So what's going to happen? It's done reflowing. It's done the profile. The machine has top, bottom, and has a side cooling fan. So what it's going to do is I can just turn on those cooling fans and wait about 2 minutes, and it'll cool down the whole board and everything. So I don't have to sit here and wait for my heaters to come back down to temperature. My board can cool down. It has a fan right here. It's the width of the whole machine. It blows air across. And at the same time, we're getting air blown from the top and bottom. So we have a relatively quick cooling. Like I said, within 2 minutes, everything will be cool to touch. We can take it out and put on our next board. So, turn that light off. That's our demo, Shuttle Star SB550 BGA Rework Station. Our workhorse, been running it for 5 years daily. It's done everything that we people doing at it. We're really happy with it. If you'd like a 550, a 560, 560A, or other model Shuttle Star, give me a call. I'm at toll-free 888-406-2830. If you require employee training or just training for yourself, and then if you need service on any other brands, we pretty much service all brands of BGA Rework Stations. Let me know. Be happy to help you. So thanks for watching and have a great day. A couple more days to Halloween. Have a happy Halloween. We'll see you next time.